Hi there, and welcome to Celeb Hut. Now it appears we've heard all the tales about Diddy probably being engaged with Kim Porter's demise, and that individuals were paid off to stay silent. However, presently, Gane Deal is sharing a much more obscure tale. He asserts that Diddy not only took out Kim, but also disposed of her mysterious sweetheart, a man named Shakir Stewart. As I referenced the murmurs regarding Diddy playing a part in Kim's passing, they've been around since we discovered that she had died for quite a long time. Gene had been discussing the way that Diddy used to get physical with Kim and mess her up one night when they were at home at Kim's home on 110th Road. He needed to, put his hands on her in the incorrect manner, and Kim took one of those court scubulas and tore his wrist up and hit a vein, and when she did that, he needed to rush over to St. Luke's clinic. Yet that is not all since last year. Puma Wright indicated unequivocally that Kim didn't pass on from confusion from pneumonia, that she had been harmed, and that her homicide had been concealed. Kim passed on from pneumonia, yet there's the Maine coroner's report that said that she kicked the bucket. It was controlled as a murder, and they tracked down poisons in her body to demonstrate that she had been harmed. You know that they have harmful effects that cause coronary episodes and pneumonia-like side effects. It turns out Cassie wasn't the main ex. Did he miss treating Kim Porter? Purportedly, to people in general, Diddy seemed like the ideal sweetheart. He even took on Quincy Kim's youngster without being certain and raised him as his own. Yet, away from the plain view, things were different. He was apparently fierce towards Kim, frequently harming her severely. Their relationship was for the most part here and there, and during one of their breaks, Kim began seeing a person named Shakir Stewart. When Diddy figured out he was irate in a heated argument, he put his hands on her so seriously that he broke her nose. Diddy has taken incredible measures to safeguard his picture, and you can scarcely track down a follow-up to the episode on the web separated from this site that traces all the way back to 2005. They composed Diddy's sweetheart Kim Porter, who was left with a wrecked nose after the couple contended on Com's yacht in San Figure of Speech, and flew in an expert plastic specialist from Geneva. After the mishap, Dorman has since guaranteed that she hurt her face after she hit her nose against the table. However, assuming that you believe that is terrible, Shakir was later found dead in his home from discharge wounds, formerly managed as a cell phone element anyway. Many individuals didn't buy this story and accept Diddy was involved only half a month prior Shakir's demise. There were reports that Diddy had thrashed him, and an insider revealed that Kim was seeing Shakir and Diddy found out, and he flew off the handle. He found Shakir to his lodging. Then Diddy went up there without security, and him to act. Mash, don't let the gleaming suits and twists fool you. Diddy will F a man up now. This is like Cassie's disclosures about how Diddy supposedly exploded Kidsy's vehicle, since he figured out that Cassie was having a thing with Kidsy while she was on a break with Diddy when Kim in the end died in 2018. It didn't take long for individuals to point hands at Diddy and accuse him of taking her out, her most memorable child daddy. I'll be certain additionally alluded to this unequivocally on an Instagram when he composed, "I just found this recording from the morning I learned of Kim Porter's homicide and the way in which it tore the spirit from my actual body. I truly do know plainly that Kimberly didn't simply look at pneumonia out of nowhere. That is a BSC. We just praised our child's new arrangement and Christmas extraordinary with Netflix, and she was in fabulous well-being, also giggling, seeing me and Diddy's common trade at the theater. I will leave it here. Don't let the affection tunes fool you now. I'll be certain." She likewise indicated that Kim was UN alive, posting a legacy image of them, and composing this maxim: "Life copying, craftsmanship, workmanship, mirrors life. Now everything makes sense." She told me other stuff too. She was running. I said call the FBI. However, the fascinating part is that Albish went into a trance-like state not long after talking about this, and he almost kicked the bucket. When he awakened, he at no point ever referenced the subject in the future. Extremely dubious. Wouldn't you say? Well, Jagger Wright likewise offered a fascinating remark about Kim's passing, as well as the planning of Albie. She's unconsciousness. Andre was composing a book just before he kicked the bucket. Wadey D was chipping away at a book before he passed on. Kim Porter was chipping away at a book before she kicked the bucket. And Albie sure was dealing with the narrative of his life. And afterward, he goes into a home. Well, Jaguar Wright wasn't finished discussing it. She, as of late, spilled more tea about Kim Porter's demise, guaranteeing that Cassie realizes more than she's letting on. As per Jaguar, Kim had an honest conversation with Cassie only 2 or 3 days before she died. I know something that many individuals don't realize. I know that you and Kim Pora had a plunk down just before she left us. I realize Kim had generally excellent counsel to give you, and I accept that, to this end, things are going on as they're occurring presently. Kim was brilliant, wasn't she? Cassie protected you alive and kept you. Congratulations on surviving, ding, and congratulations on standing up. It's fascinating that Kim died just half a month after Cassie at last left Diddy for good. So what did Kim tell Cassie? It's conceivable Kim gave her something to hold over Diddy, assisting her with leaving the relationship. It's not really a coincidence that Cassie chose to fill out her claim the day after the 5th commemoration of Kim's passing. There were additionally reports recommending that the Kim Porter family accepted Diddy may have played a part in something to do with her demise, as they don't accept she passed on from pneumonia. Her family was, in any event, looking for legitimate guidance about potentially recording an improper passing claim against Diddy. This was all before Cassie and different claims, looking for legitimate guidance about potentially recording an improper passing claim against Diddy. This was all before Cassie and different claims, so there wasn't any need to focus on looking for consideration or clout. The source released the data and asserted that the reason the family decided not to file the claim was that they had purportedly been reached by the FBI. The source said they have all been reached by the FBI and 3 relatives and 6 companions have been evaluated as of now, and they have been told to remain silent, as indicated by Kim's ex. Cassie told attorneys after documenting her own claim against Diddy that she had data about the demise of Kim Porter and that she had evidence of the justification for why Kim was nevertheless that is not all you all, since we likewise have charges that there was a ton of cover-up over Kim's demise. And this unknown individual guaranteed that when Kim passed, there were inquiries regarding how she kicked the bucket, assuming they will say it was pneumonia and that she died calmly in rest. Why was there? Are situated on Kim's pillowcases, and furthermore, a slight path on the room floor that prompted the restroom an insider reference that Kim had really died in the washroom and was unfortunately put on the bed where she was found hours after the fact. In addition to, there's a bizarre claim that the specialist regulating her was handpicked by Diddy and no other person was permitted close to her. The insider finished up with likewise. The last call Kim made was to 911 at 2:43 a.m. Yet Kim was tracked down and died later in the first part of the day, around 11:00 a.m. As per Kimora Simmons, not in the least did Diddy purportedly unlive Kim Porter, however. Likewise, supposedly took out her sweetheart and got this. Gane claims this isn't whenever that Diddy first disposed of an accomplice's side piece, purportedly, as well as having a terrible attitude. Diddy gets extremely desirous at whatever point his exes attempted to continue on. As per Gane did, he purportedly unlived Misa Hilton's child daddy. Misa is Diddy's most memorable child, mom, and Diddy gets envious and furious now. In case you haven't been aware of the most recent tattle, there's been discussion for some time currently about Diddy's most memorable child. Justin Combs is potentially not his natural child. Rumors from far and wide suggest that Justin's genuine father was really Diddy's previous protector. Anthony Wolf Jones, who died in 2003, said the connection between Diddy and Justin's mother, Misa, has been obscure from the very outset. Reports propose that Diddy's dad began dating her while she was still in secondary school as a minor while he was in his 20s. I've generally heard of several things. Diddy played with Misa when she was in secondary school. My math was about right, 15-16. They begin playing all right, and Diddy's most certainly more established than her, so you all can figure it out on that. However, regardless of his own incline and cheating, Diddy was unable to endure the possibility of Misa conversing with one more man. When he figured out she was engaged with another person, he blew his top, put hands on her, and you all, it's the perfect false reverence for me. She playing, I surmise, like she began conversing with the buddy EPMD he came to sight. Her and Poe. She got up under the inn, a real sense, till she attempted to run up under the vehicle. Wow, Did's whole example of mercilessness seems to have impacted essentially every one of the ladies he's been engaged with, which is totally disturbing. Now, how about we return to the report, demonstrating that Diddy probably won't beat Justin's natural dad? Misa brought out Justin in 1993, and the gossipy tidbits about her heathen with the wolf while she was with Diddy have been going on for a really long time. Gane Deal alluded to this during a meeting. Do you feel that Diddy is truly Justin's dad? I wasn't there, you know. I'm assuming he likes it. I love it. Individuals said that he seemed to be a wolf, but I wasn't there. Okay, about Wolf. Do you mean Anthony Wolf Jones? Definitely Anthony Wolf Jones. Yes, And obviously bits of hearsay are humming about Diddy's conceivable association with Wolf's downfall, adding an entire other layer of secret to the blend. Some are, in any event, proposing that Diddy subscribe Celeb Hut for more videos.